payback time.
Your eyes and ears do not deceive you. Yes, I am in fact starting a little spin-off of Clone Corner for Battle Droids. It's happening, guys. It's not going to be as frequent as Clone Corner because Clone Corner is kind of, you know, the one of the meat and potatoes of the channel because clone troopers are awesome. You know, it's one of the fundamental elements. And Battle Droids, let's just say, are not that interesting in comparison to clone troopers. But I still love them. I still love Battle Droids. I wish I had more Battle Droids, but I have what I have. You probably will not see every Evers for Battle Droids. You're not going to see every B1 Battle Droid ever. That's never going to happen. Because I don't collect Battle Droids like I collect clone troopers. That's why I figured for the first episode of this Droid series, I would talk about my 10 favorite Battle Droids. Just my 10 favorite Battle Droid figures. I've kind of assembled them. I think I've got a solid top 10. I'm probably going to change my mind on one eventually, but I don't care. This is my list. It's not going to be in any particular order besides basically the top 2, because I just love them in general. I just think Battle Droids are cool. And the first one I figured I would start showing off is the original Vintage Collection Battle Droid. I don't know why I said original before that, but I did. It's just the Phantom Menace Battle Droid released in the Vintage Collection. It's actually a really good figure, man. I really do enjoy it. It's just nice. Has some nice weathering on it. I think the head sculpt's pretty decent, but it's not perfect. Overall, it's just a nice Battle Droid. It's pretty posable. I did have to modify the hand to actually have it to turn. How you do that, you just kind of cut it off and you make a joint with a metal pin. And hey, it works. You get a little joint out of there. I don't recommend doing it if you haven't mutilated your action figures in the past. But hey, if you've kind of done a little bit of Sid Phillipsing in your days, you can get yourself a Battle Droid kind of holding it sort of with 2 hands. Not really though, but yeah. It's a good one. Probably one of the best. But it's number 10 on the list because it's just kind of the most generic Battle Droid to show when I started this video, so whatever. Next up is a 2002 Saga Geonosian Battle Droid from Attack of the Clones. I really like this one because I like the poses it can do. It doesn't have a weapon because in my display it's actually dead, but I still really like it though. I like how you can kind of have him, you know, sort of shooting. It's something that I feel like 5 POA Star Wars figures are really lacking when it comes to actually making them pose. But yeah, I can have him shoot. He just looks nice. It's one of my favorite versions of the Geonosian Battle Droid, even though it's not perfect. I do like it. Well, that fell behind the desk. Next up is the Super Battle Droid. I don't know which version this actually is because as I got it off the shelf, I noticed it didn't have the hole on it. So it's not the 30th Anniversary Collection version. It's its own version. I got it. I think I got... Oh, what's that? Ew. I got this at the Antique Mall like a month ago, and I just noticed it has this icky... I think it's just a rubber band. Okay, crisis averted. It's just an old rubber band. Don't worry. It's not like snot or anything like that. But yeah, this is just a solid figure. It's understandable why this is pretty much the go-to Super Battle Droid. It has basically all the articulation you really need out of a Super Battle Droid. He can put his chest, or he can put his arm up to his chest as they do, which is really epic. Oh my god, I need to stop doing that. Can you tell I've just recorded the past few videos all in one night? That's just how I'm rolling tonight, dude. But yeah, it's really posable, it's really nice, and I enjoy it. So, Super Battle Droid, whoa! They're really weak in Battlefront, but hey, Republic Commando, man, be careful who you make fun of in middle school, because they're going to end up being like the Super Battle Droids in Republic Commando. Next up, we have another Super Battle Droid, and it's this one. The figure is not that great, but I just really like the idea of it. It is a training Super Battle Droid from the Clone Wars line. Pretty much the tail end of it, I think. This came out in like 2013 in the, was it the Yoda packaging? I don't think so. I think it was like one of the last waves of the mall packaging. I could be mistaken though. I'm not really too sure. But anyways, it's the training Super from Commando, where apparently Kaminoans, or Kaminoans, however you wish to pronounce it, stole some Super Battle Droids, repainted them to be target practice, and that's what they became. It's really nice, man. I really like this aspect of Star Wars lore sometimes. Unfortunately, though, the designs of the Battle Droids are pretty ugly. They just made them really fat for some unknown reason. You can see, I mean, it's just such a drastic change. It's like you go from, you know, pretty decently sleek, but still really bulky to like Transformers animated lug nut. So, and also they have super skinny legs, so the toys don't like standing at all, and they had absolutely no hope of getting knee articulation in those tiny little knees. So yeah, not the best figure, but I just love the idea and concept of it. If you saw my Battle Droid PSA, you know that this mold of Battle Droid, which is kind of like a mold that they made of it after a while. I know some people complain, hey, you should like post pictures of the boxes where they came in the video so I can track it down. Hey man, that's too much effort. But, God, I crack myself up way too much. Anyways, this came in a Phantom Menace, like Blu-ray commemorative set when they were doing all the Blu-ray re-releases of the Star Wars movies. I know this was at Toys R Us for a while. And this is the Battle Droid from the Phantom Menace set. And I really like it because it's nice and I enjoy it. I think it has the wrong backpack though. I know a fan sold this to me, or someone sold this to me, but I think they gave me the wrong backpack when they sold it to me. But hey, it's alright. I mean, it matches decently well, I guess, sort of. It's a nice figure, though. I still enjoy it. I would give it a 2 out of 10. I mean, it's on this list, so that means something. It's really articulated, and it's just nice and fluid and posable, even though it has really big eyes, and Battle Droids don't have eyes that big. But then again, Battle Droids don't have eyes this small, like the TVC, so where's the happy medium, guys? Maybe it's further down the list. Next up, we have the Clone Wars Tactical Droid, because he's really cool. I don't remember which specific version of character this is. Someone's going to tell me, because I feel like there's a little bit of a following for tactical droids. See, I don't have enough energy in my life to remember all of the letters and numbers for those droids that were in one episode of a cartoon I saw 10 years ago. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have that kind of energy in me. But I do know this actual figure came packed in with the 501st AT-RT released in 2013. So, at least I can tell you that. But anyways, I think this was the one on Ryloth. I could be gravely mistaken, though. But, I just like the tactical droids. I think they're really cool, and this figure is actually nice. It's got a decent amount of posability. It's not super posable, but I enjoy it. I wish I would have made a figure of the super tactical droids, because those guys are amazing. They look super cool. The one that was in Star Wars Rebels, he had like a general name. He was a general. He just had a really cool deco. So I would love to see a figure of that someday, even though we'll probably never get it. Anyways, tactical droid, that's number I don't remember. As long as it totals to 10, I think we're okay. Next up, we have... I don't deserve this, and I feel really bad, because someone sent this to me in the post office box, and I don't remember who did. I feel really bad, man. It's really late at night when I'm recording these videos. It really is, but hey, I really appreciate this. This is too generous of a gift. If you don't know what this is the Clone Wars Commando droid. He's really cool. It's one of the best Clone Wars droid figures of all time. It's really posable. It's really nice. The Commando droids are absolute monsters in the Clone Wars show, and are without a doubt the best unique droid made for that show. What can I say, man, except Commandos? If you just call something a Commando, it is by default superior to literally anything else. So, Advanced Recon Commando, Storm Commando, Droid Commando, Rebel Commando, because I mean the Endor Rebels are pretty much the coolest rebels. So yeah, Commando Droid, I love him. Next up is the Power of the Jedi Security Battle Droid, because I love him. I don't know, man. It's basically like the Geonosis one, but it's the security droid. If you didn't know, when I was a kid, I grew up with the Phantom Menace, because that was my era. That was my era of childhood. And, of course, because I kind of started to fall asleep during the Phantom Menace, the part I saw the most was the intro. So I saw these guys on the ship quite a lot. On the control ship. I just remember tons of these guys in the hallway just looking around like, what? Huh? And then in Revenge of the Sith, I'm like, uh-oh! I love security droids, man. They're the best breed of droid. And we really need more figures of them. Because this is pretty much one of the only figures they've ever made as a security battle droid. He has a little lever on him where you move it and he kind of moves his arms. It's pretty pointless. It doesn't work too well. I would say just ignore it and just have yourself a really decent looking and a really nice security battle droid. And what I was alluding to earlier with the eyes, I feel like this is probably one of the best eyes we've gotten for a battle droid. I feel like they're just the right size. And even though I feel like the snout is a little too squared off, I feel like these are pretty decent sized eyes. And I enjoy that. Because see, the battle droid eyes are just so oddly shapen, and you have to try to get the sizing right and the positioning right. Because I've seen some horrible positioning and sizing for battle droid eyes. So I think they did a really good job on this one. And let's move on to the top two, because they are very deserving. Number 2 goes to a droid that I've been wanting ever since I was a kid, and I got a few years ago, I think. The Phantom Menace Droidica, or Droidikar, as Rune Hako would like to call him. Yeah, it's the Destroyer droid. And what can I say except I feel like this is the definitive version of it, because I love this blue on his head. Anything blue is just superior in my opinion, except I prefer security droids over pilot droids, so I don't know what my deal is there. But yeah, I love the shape. I love how it's got a more curved head. I feel like it's just slightly more movie accurate for some odd reason that I can't really define, but I love it. He has really nice articulation, actually. I feel like you just can move him a little more than some others. He's kind of got like a rubbery torso, so you can kind of bend him around, and it's really nice. Then, of course, he just has like the standard few joints in the legs. But yeah, you can actually like pose him. That's really cool. I mean, since when can you really pose a droidica? I mean, the normal Phantom Menace Revenge of the Sith one has the gimmicks for the arms, so they go like choo 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 choo, but this is just pure posability and bendability. Unfortunately, it's pretty much physically impossible to make a droidica figure that can actually ball up, even though I would love to see Star Wars 6-inch Black Series try to do that. I don't think it's really possible at the 3¼ inch scale. And if you're wondering what I did when I was a kid to kind of simulate the shield that droidicas have, I put a plastic Ziploc baggie over them, and I think that actually worked out pretty good. So yeah, number 2 goes to the Phantom Menace Droidica, because I love it. Droidicas are amazing. Number 1, man. Number 1 is something else. You know I had to do it to him. You know number 1 had to be a Magna Guard. If you don't know me, you know Magna Guards, in my opinion, are probably the best combatant droid in all of the Star Wars universe. I think they're just absolutely badass. I mean, this was... What you're seeing here is not only just a Magna Guard, but also General Grievous concept art. So if that gives you any indication that they were actually planning on having this design be General Grievous, really shows that this design is really cool and intimidating, because it really is. I mean, the cloth on it, the eyes are so evil. The fact it has an eye on its stomach is so amazing. The soft goods on the Vintage Collection version are amazing, even though the wrap on the head doesn't match the color of the soft goods, and that's really irritating. But you can remove it. You can remove it if you don't want it there, and I appreciate that feature. Unfortunately, though, they didn't repaint this guy into all of the other colors of the Magna Guards like they should have. Unfortunately, he's not the most cheap TVC figure. I think he's a little expensive, so good luck trying to get one, I guess. Because, hey, that's just what Hasbro likes to do. They like to make things overly expensive, because we don't deserve to have good things in life. Okay, there we go. There's my top 3. I'll end the video on my top 3. Senate Security Droid on a Darth Vader display base, Phantom Menace Droidica, and the TVC Magna Guard, which is super posable and super amazing. There we go. There's the first episode of the Droid spin-off of Clone Corner. I hope you enjoyed taking a look. I have no idea what other videos I'm going to do in this, because like I said, I can't really do any, every evers. Maybe I can just talk about random droid toys I have, like, the original Phantom Menace 12-inch ones. I don't know, dude, but battle droids are cool, and I wanted to do a little spin-off. Does this mean I'm going to do a spin-off for Stormtroopers? Probably. I don't know when, but I probably will. Does this mean I'm going to do a spin-off for Transformers and Gundam? I've been wanting to relegate those franchises into their own series, so very likely. I don't know when that's going to happen. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my little intro, too. That's just a random Battlefront 2 quote that I got when I was just listening to all of the things that droids say in Battlefront 2. Okay. Have a good day, guys. May the Force be with you. Who's your favorite battle droid? Let me know in the comments below.